I'm late, y'all. I'm late this morning. I thought I set my alarm properly on this watch, but apparently I did not. So I got up in a little bit of a panic, but then I thought, like, what are you doing this for, right? It's not for a show. This isn't a show, y'all. I know I named it episode this, episode that. It's not a show. It's not a show. It's not for your entertainment. This wake up wrap up is really for me. It's for self accountability. But really on a private stage, right? But it's not a show. It's not really for your entertainment. The other content that I had planned for the channel, for the designers in my network and the designers in the world, that I guess will be for people's entertainment and enjoyment. But this isn't. This isn't. So I was like, Marsh, it's not a big deal. Keep first things first. So I told you day one, I want to give my time to God first thing in the morning. So I was committed to that. So that's what I did when I woke up. I was a little late, but I said I'm still going to do my prayer, devotion, and meditation first before I run to YouTube. So that's what I did. So pardon my tardiness this morning. Great morning to whoever's here watching. Still that I'm just working on me. I'm continuing to work on me and making sure that I get my time with God first. That's something that I'm going to continue to do regardless. So I could have made it on time, to be honest. I was a little late waking up, but I could have made it here on time. But I was like, nah, don't run to YouTube. And I don't want to get caught up in the hype, like I said yesterday, right? If I was caught up in the hype, I'd be like, oh, let me hop on now. I was like, no, first things first, right? Craig, great morning, bro. Good to see you, my brother. I said my mother. Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Yeah. So, man, I just had a phenomenal devotion as well. You know what? I'm gonna read it. It's called. Let me see. It's called "Marked" by Michael Todd. And this is actually the second time I went through this devotional. So I'm going to read it in its entirety because I feel compelled to right now because it was that good. That's why I'm going through it again. And it's really fitting for what I'm doing as well, right? Approved in private. That's the name of this one. Is day 2. Or is it day 3? Yeah, day 2. Approved in private. God wants you to not only recognize that you're marked by him, but he wants you to surrender to him and the process that it takes for your purpose to develop and mature. Oftentimes, when we recognize the unique plan God has for our life, we want to skip the process and step into the finished product of what he has declared over us. What God wants to do in and through your life is something that cannot be on display until it is fully developed in him. God wants to approve of you in private. Being approved in private goes against our culture because we want everyone to recognize and validate what God is doing in our life. God wants to approve you in private because there's something that he's working out of you that wouldn't survive in public. Today, our social media feeds are full of premature declarations shared by people who were marked by God, but were unable to practice the patience to be approved in private. God wants to develop us in private so we can effectively demonstrate our purpose in public. Just because everyone doesn't know, it doesn't mean that you aren't marked. I'm gonna leave it there. But that's heavy, y'all. That's real. That's real. And the reflection is, what could God be working out of you in private before he calls you to demonstrate in public? Right? So, yeah, this is good. I'm gonna read this last paragraph real quick. So there's a process of preparation in private that God wants all of us to walk through before we demonstrate our purpose publicly. You may be in a place where you know God has called you to greater than what you're experiencing right now, but God wants to remind you that you're still marked, even if no one else sees it. Obscurity produces integrity, Your approval is taking place in private by the one who marked you. That's good, y'all. That's so good. The prayer is, Lord, help me to not seek approval from others, but from you alone. Show me how to be patient and open to the process of you approving me in private. So that's good, y'all. That's good. I feel like that's what's been happening with me last year. And I told you, I was doing this, going live in the mornings, just wake up, wrap up privately for a couple weeks. Dad, my boy Dewan, holding me accountable, but other than that, nobody knew. And I won't even make those videos public. I might have to go back and read through them because I was talking to myself, like I wasn't really talking to anybody. So, but yeah, I thought that was good. This is called Marked by Pastor Michael Todd. And then the scriptures that he references is Philippians 4:11 through 12, Romans 8:25, and Matthew 6:1 that I read. But yeah, and this is in the Holy Bible app, the YouVersion Holy Bible app. It's called Martin. It's a 4-day devotional. Day 1 is like a quick snippet, like a video from one of his sermons, but the rest of them are like devotionals like that. So good stuff, man. Good stuff. So yeah, that's one of the reasons I'm doing this too. Even though it is public, but just to work the stuff out of me, like God's working stuff out of me, right? I never really wanted validation or approval or credit from others, anything like that. But I know stuff I gotta improve on this year, namely with balance, time management, not taking on too much, not overcommitting, stuff I mentioned already. Stuff I still gotta finish out. My communication, all of that. I'll get overwhelmed to the point where I'll just go to sleep. Or I get a headache or something. It's like, nah, bruh, sit down. And it's something that's called resistance, right? Or it's resistance everywhere. Social media, it's family, it's your thoughts. It's like I gotta fight against the resistance every day and just get stuff done and fall in love with the process. That's why I'm reading Flow right now, so I can just do what needs to be done. Sit down and do it regardless of how I feel. Get out of my emotions about it. Get out of my head, So, yeah, it's a new week, January 3rd. It's only the third day in the year, but I feel like the year's flying by already, right? New Year's is so fun. It's exciting. It's like, oh, new year, new me. But the year flies by. Last year flew by. Despite everything that happened, it was a crazy year. I feel like once Kobe died, everything just went nuts. But yeah, last year was a lot of people's best year ever. I know it's something that probably people don't want to talk about. People don't want to really acknowledge it. But I know a lot, I know a lot of people. So despite, and people are trying to, be respectful and all of that. But despite all the craziness that happened, last year was like a boom. It was a boom of some sorts, and I think it's going to continue into this year. At least amongst people in my network, just a lot of Black excellence happened last year. A lot of new Black millionaires, new Black 6-figure earners. Yeah, people's businesses exploded. Even my own business exploded last year. So, but yeah, not to take anything away from all the craziness. And my grandmother, she's still recovering from COVID, but I lost my aunt, my great aunt, from COVID in New York. But yeah, I'm kind of all over the place. Day 3, wake up, wrap up. It's a wrap. Craig, looks like you my only viewer this morning, brother. But it's good to see you, of course, and I see you in the group as usual. That's it. All right. Have a phenomenal day, my brother. Have a great week, and I'll see you soon in the group. Peace.